is me, Billy Nakami. So today I'll be doing a Todoroki X Reader one shot. It's a fluff since Todoroki won the poll in my Discord, cause and Liana told me to do a fluff. So yeah, I'll be reading a fluff. So yeah. So this is a fluff and it's a Kingdom AU. This is this was written by closet underscore emo in Wattpad. And yeah, we starting with prompt. Prince Shoto attempts to save the princess of a neighboring kingdom, Wayan, from a nasty dragon, but finds something he wasn't quite expecting. Warning, there's a bit tiny of violence, but nothing bad. Word count, roughly 1,100 words. First person point of view, Shoto Todoroki. I'm not giving you a choice, Shoto, my father clarified. I'm going to save a princess for political gain? I asked, gritting my teeth. You're lucky I'm not forcing you to marry her. He reminded me things that could be worse. You just have to kill the dragon. Fine, I stated and left the throne room. To say I was upset I would be understatement. My father didn't care about the princess' safety. He just wanted the favor of King. Last name. I sheathed my sword into its place at my side. I hated that my father was forcing me to do this, but I did want to save her, just for different reasons. I pulled myself onto the saddle of my horse and took a deep breath. This was going to be fine. Someone who saw the princess be captured said the dragon wasn't very big. Hopefully, I wouldn't have too much trouble getting rid of it. I gripped the reins of my horse, and some time later, I found myself at the mouth of a cave. I assumed this was a place due to the burnt grass outside. I dismounted my horse and tied him to a tree and took out my sword. I cautiously entered the cave, and luckily the sunlight allowed me to see inside of it. As I ventured deeper into the cave, I noticed the piles of bones, most likely human, that were scattered around the stone walls. I saw a discarded helmet, presumably a knife from the princess' kingdom. I was almost startled when I heard the sound of a dragon cry out. I began to run in this direction that the sound came from. I stopped dead in my tracks at what lay before me. The princess, in her floor-length pristine dress and her hair-color hair falling around her, plunged the sharp blade into the dragon's chest. She was elevated several meters in the air that used gravity to take her to the ground, tearing a long hole down the dragon's body. Its blood fell out of its body as the princess leapt off the scaly creature. She landed on her feet gracefully and managed not to get any drops of her, then a few on her cheeks. Oh, hello! The princess greeted me as she used the end of her sleeve to wipe a bit blood on her face. You must be another one of my father's attempts to rescue me. No, I said. I am Shoto Todoroki. My father, King Enji, sent me to save you. Thank you, your highness, but I don't need saving, she informed me, even though it was quite obvious seeing she had slain a dragon without any of my help. She brushed some strands of her hair and smiled. She still held onto the blade she used to kill the beast. She clearly knew how to use it. Was she trained? My name is YNLN, but I'm sure you already knew that. She introduced herself. You may go home now. I can handle it from here. Where did you learn to do that? I inquired, curious as how to a princess managed to slay a dragon a knight or two could do. Why should I tell you? She asked playfully with a smirk on her face and arms folded over her chest. Because I'm kind enough to offer you to a ride to a proper shelter. I countered, that will do it, Prince Todoroki, she said and stuck the sword into the ground. She walked beside me into the exit of the cave. So, how come your father sent you? Princess Ellen asked. He thought it would gain King Ellen's favor. I explained briefly. I appreciate your efforts, but does no one think I can fend for myself? She said, rather musing to herself than asking me a question. You shouldn't have to, I said. My mother thinks differently, Your Highness. Ellen explained. She's the reason I'm able to do that, what I can. My father would be furious if he know, so this is just between you and me. Of course. We had now arrived at the tree where I tied my horse. I held my hand to help Ellen onto the saddle. She simply stepped onto the foot grip and the swing of her legs over the side of the horse. She sat in a way a man would, rather with both of her legs onto one side. This caused her dress to lift a bit, revealing her brown boots and part of her bare legs. I climbed onto the horse in front of her and untied the reins. Princess Ellen wrapped her arms around my waist and held securely as the journey began. Ellen was certainly an interesting girl, unlike anyone I've ever met. I felt her nuzzle her head onto my back as the wind blew, thanks to my horse's pace. By the time we reached the castle, Ellen's father was already present. I got off the horse and once again offered my hand to help the princess down. She didn't accept it. However, she simply jumped onto the ground with a smile, not needing the help. I shook my hand and guided her to where I knew our fathers would be waiting for us. During the short walk, Ellen tried to spark up a conversation. We spoke briefly before arriving into the open throne room. Wyan, thank the gods! Her father rejoiced and embraced her gently. He turned to me and said, Prince Todoroki, I am truly in your debt. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw my father smirk. This was going all too according to his plan. I clenched my fist before I could before I could respond. Ellen jumped in. Prince Todoroki, would you like to come to visit for dinner tomorrow evening? She asked, seemingly catching onto my anger. In a desperate attempt to get out of the situation at hand, I said, it would be an honor, Princess Ellen. She smiled kindly, and I instantly relaxed. Ellen was something else. Ellen and her father soon left, and I got out of my room as soon as I could. I was on my way to my room, and an old woman stopped me. I knew her as one of the maids working under my family for as long as I could remember. She was always kind to me and my siblings. I watched the conversation between you and Princess Ellen, Your Majesty, she stated. Young love is priceless. Don't let that go. I cleared my throat as I felt a warm feeling settle my face. Perhaps I won't. Okay, so that's the one shot for today. It's a Todoroki X Reader Love Kingdom AU, and it's kind of short. I don't know. I don't really know. But yeah, shout out to Liana again, and please join my Discord server, the Clover Galaxy Corner, and yeah, be my friend in Discord, and follow my TikTok is in the description down below, and the thumbnail, the I mean the writer uh, will be in the description, and the original fanfics link will be in the description. And yeah, bye guys. See you in the next video.